You're welcome to My Father Taught Me series, Volume 2, Series 26, titled Idolatry. The basis of the concepts here is about the truth that the Most High is the possessor of the universe, and idolatry is the worship of someone or something other than the Most High, as though it were the Most High. The above definition shows that the worship of the Son is idolatry, as included among other heavenly bodies stated in details in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3 to 6. Thou shalt have no other Most High before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Brethren, just take note of this, that the final temptation from the serpent to Christ before Christ started his ministry on earth was the most vulnerable test, called idolatry. So the commandment goes on. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Most High, thy Creator, am a jealous Most High, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. In other words, all that worship idols by that act hate their Maker, the Most High. So the verse continues, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. Again, an explanation here. All that worship their Maker love the Most High by keeping his commandments. So it said, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. The whole sin of Babylon is idolatry. Whatever image takes our attention from the commandments of the Most High, takes our attention from the Most High, our Creator, and that is called idolatry. The consequence of idolatry is judgment after the scale of many tekel offersing. May the Most High deliver our souls from the judgment of idolatry, which was the greatest iniquity found in Babylon. O brethren, 342 messengers of truth of the Most High and Christ. Idolatry is the commonest and most grievous sin of humanity. Babylon has found a way to deceive humanity these days, to worship her. That's Babylon. This is subtly done in our hearts to worship Mammon through the deceitful instrument and bait with honey-coated spirit of money and the love of it. Not to worship the Most High, but to worship as directed by Satan's principality called Mammon against the commandments of the Most High. It might surprise us that 99% of man's sins come from idolatry. The Most High gave us the free will power to willfully love and worship Him. But if unfortunately we turn away and unto worshiping His creations rather than the Creator, the Most High, that act becomes the dumbest thing any living could ever do, and that is called idolatry. Idolatry is divided into two parts. A, heavenly body worship, e.g. the sun, and B, earthly matters worship, e.g. the ancestors and money. Now, let's start with the heavenly bodies worship that we are warned not to worship. A, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above. Question, what are the things in heaven above being referred to? Answer, the things in the heaven above being referred to are within the universe. which include objects in space such as the sun, moon, planets, and stars. They form a part of the vast universe we live in and are usually very far from us, of which we are warned, according to the commandment of the Most High, not to worship. It is sad in this modern age and time that there is a perverse syndrome of worshiping extraterrestrial objects being presented by the serpent to our hearts, in particular the sun as God, among others now trendy. Incidentally, the name sun was given by the Romans and the Greeks. It was regarded as one of the powerful gods, according to the ignorant ancient Greeks and Romans, among other gods, namely sun, moon, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, and Saturn, because they erroneously believe that these gods have motions of their own among the fixed stars. These are parts of the heavenly bodies being worshipped through the indoctrination of the serpent against the commandments of the Most High, whereas the Most High had warned us through his prophets, the likes of Elijah, Isaiah, through his apostles, the likes of Apostle Paul, and through his gift of science to the new generation, and taught us that the above-named 7 heavenly bodies are no gods, but parts of the matters of the universe created by the Most High. There was a video online titled Yaki Awakened, Celestial Diet of the Gods. And the young man on the video, in making a spiritual case, said at a point that humans were created by the sun. And unbelievably, he had as followers brilliant, intelligent people being spiritually scammed and fooled to believe some scammed sciences used as illustrations. It is really, really very, very sad indeed. How did we end up down here? And the way forward were fully explained in MFTMS Series Volume 1, Series 51, 52, and 53. However, MFTMS was meant to demystify all such misleading assertions directed by the serpent to the vulnerably uninformed. Let's tackle and demystify 2 issues here. First sample issue from the heavenly bodies. A, the sun, and second sample issue from the perspectives of the earth. B, our ancestors, both of which the commandments of the Most High forbid us from worshiping. A, let's start with the sun. The sun, through the perspective of the gift of science, the sun is the star at the center of the solar system. It is a nearly perfect ball of hot plasma, heated to incandescence by nuclear fusion reactions in its core, radiating the energy mainly as visible light, ultraviolet, and infrared radiation. It is the most important source of energy for life on Earth. This according to Wikipedia. Then the surface temperature is about 5,778,000. Concerning the statement, it is the most important source of energy for life on Earth. We shall visit this sentence later in the course of this message to show that nothing is more or less important in the perfect creations of the universe by the Most High. At about 864,000 miles, that's 1.4 million kilometers wide, the sun is 109 times wider than Earth, and it accounts for more than 99.8% of the solar system's total mass. If it was a hollow ball, more than 1 million Earths would fit inside it. This was called out online on the 15th of September 2018. As it stands, the universe is the largest object that we are aware of. There is nothing larger, and everything we can smell, hear, taste, touch, or see is a part of the universe. This was also called on the 19th of March 2022 online. The largest known star in the universe, UY Scuti, is a variable hypergiant with a radius around 1,700 times larger than the radius of the Sun. To put that in perspective, the volume of almost 5 billion suns could fit inside a sphere the size of UY Scuti. You can Google this out, UY Scuti. The Milky Way has a mass of 1.5 trillion suns. This also was called online the 20th of August 2019. There are billions of stars larger or smaller than our sun in the galaxy, but we call them stars only. So we have only one sun. Find below some bloated questions that the serpent used to distract us in the name of so-called conspiracy theory. Question: why are there no stars in space? Answer: in space, stars are relatively dim and simply don't produce enough light to show up in photos set for bright sunlight. As an insight, this answers another common question we get about space images. How can cameras see to take pictures so far from the sun where the light is so comparatively dim? The answer: we send sensitive cameras and, if necessary, take long exposures. That's an answer from a scientist. Voyager 2 at Neptune provides good examples of what happens when we send a camera that's not sensitive enough, designed for Jupiter and Saturn. It had a tough time seeing in the relative dark at Neptune. So that explains that scientific part of light in the space. Question: why can't you see the sun in space? Answer: because space is a near perfect vacuum, meaning it has exceedingly few particles. There is virtually nothing in the space between stars and planets to scatter light to our eyes. This was also called from Science Journal on the 26th of June 2021. Then the question goes on and on and on. And again, what are the components of the universe? So let's give an answer. The universe is filled with billions of galaxies and trillions of stars, along with nearly uncountable numbers of planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and clouds of dust and gas, all swirling in the vastness of space. This information was also called on the 21st of August 2019. So let's continue. The Most High, the creator of the described universe, has given us the commandment that we should not worship any of these heavenly bodies, including our sun, which is less than a trillion fraction of other heavenly bodies. Now, let's go to the spiritual alerts. Well, the Most High understood their ignorance, and he sent his prophets and servants to enlighten the people on earth about his commandments through apostles like Paul. So, in this wise, let's check on the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 12 and 14 to 15. And they called Barnabas Jupiter and Paul Mercurius, because he was the chief speaker, which when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of, they rent their clothes and ran in among the people, crying out and saying, Sirs, why do ye these things? We also are men of like passions with you, and preach unto you that ye should turn from these vanities unto the living Most High, which made heaven and earth and the sea and all things that are therein. Now let's go back again to the books of Acts 17, 29 to 31. For as much then as we are the offspring of the Most High, We ought not to think that the Fatherhead, the Most High, is like unto gold or silver or stone graven by art and man's device. And the times of this ignorance the Most High winked at, but now commanded all men everywhere to repent, because he had appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man Christ, whom he had ordained, whereof he had given assurance unto all men, in that he had raised him from the dead. Then B, as the worship of our ancestors. Now, what's an ancestor? An ancestor is a person, typically one more remote than a grandparent, from whom one is descended. They are human beings that have once lived on earth and died on earth and buried in the earth and covered in the earth beneath. Exodus chapter 20 verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Question: who is the earth beneath? Who is in the earth beneath? Answer: our buried ancestors, and all that are dead are in the earth beneath. Question: why do people worship dead ancestors? Well, historically, ancestor worship is a practice instituted by the serpent to cause us to break the commandments of the Most High, in the deceitful concept that the spirit of the deceased continue to exist and take interest in the affairs of the world and possess the ability to influence the fortune of the living. It is a lie from the pit of hell. It is a lie from the chief liar, the serpent. First of all, one needs to understand the mystery of death in order to understand the concept of the commandments of the Most High forbidding us from the worship of the dead ancestors. However, everything about the mystery of death was fully covered in details in my Father Taught Me series, Interlude 4. Notwithstanding, find below some scriptures enlightening us about life and death, and what happens after our only one chance life and our dead ancestors. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. Whatever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom, neither is there in the grave whither thou goest. Also, the book of Psalm 115, verse 17 states, the dead do not praise the Most High, nor do any who go down into silence. We were created on earth to live a one-chance life, after which there is judgment unto resurrection for the everlasting kingdom of heaven through the righteousness of Christ, or the everlasting kingdom of hell through the unrighteousness of the serpent. We were created on earth to perform a defined duty as stated in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13 to 14. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Also, the book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 27. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. And also stated in the expansion of the above chapter, the book of Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Then Revelation chapter 20, verse 13. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. Beloved brethren, messengers of truth of the Most High and Christ, let us stay away from idolatry. May the Most High keep us steady on the path of the righteousness of Christ. Amen. My name is Steve Emmanuel Mojube, messenger, author, copyrights reserved, mftmseries.com, books published by Amazon Worldwide. Remain blessed and thank you for listening.